Hello, BillWhittle.com members. I'm Steve Green, and I assume you know my attorneys, Bill Whittle and Scott Ott. This is your members-only segment for this week, for Thanksgiving week. And every 2 or 3 years, it rolls around. It's my turn to do members on Thanksgiving, and I always host the same show because I love it so much. It's a time to step back, to look back, maybe look forward a little bit, and talk about what we're thankful for this year, this crazy 2017. Bill, you're the guy with his name on the website. Why don't you go first this time? Tell us what you're thankful for this year.
Ooh. Look at that there.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't have the monitor on my line of sight. I mean, what's Scott doing? Yeah, that's a good one.
So should we leave everybody in suspense who doesn't already know what's going on with that?
No, I got married back in December of last year, and we decided not to make a big fuss because it was a small ceremony and we wanted to do a big ceremony. But I didn't, I wasn't fully alive until I met this person. I look back on the person I was before I met Natasha, and I don't know how I fit. I don't know how I fit in that body, but then I realized I've just gotten a lot bigger since then, you know. No, it's been unbelievable. Spent my whole life living in an apartment, and now I live in a little rental house and a little backyard, and go out and sit there and watch the sun go down and have dinner, and it's just been amazing. And to add anything to that list would be to diminish it, so I think I'll just leave it at that.
Perfect. And Bill, I got to tell you, if you don't mind me doing this, we got together at CPAC back in February, and you spilled the news to me that you two had kind of gotten hitched on the slide back before Christmas. And I have to tell you, I was beaming with so much happiness for the two of you that keeping that secret for as long as I did was not easy. But anything for you guys. It's your marriage, and you guys get to define how you present that to the world. And I'm just so happy for you both.
Thank you very much, and you got a chance to meet her. Let me just tell you real quick about how that changed, because we just been quiet about it. We wouldn't lie about it. If somebody just wrote me directly, I would say this is what happened, but please try to keep it under your hat. And then we were at an event, a speaking event in Irvine for TPUSA. Is about 2 months ago now, something like that, I think. And I was with Natasha in the lobby, and it was about time for me to go on. And I was about to take my ring off and put it in my pocket because I videotape most of these things. And I just said to her, you know what? I'm just tired of doing this. I've always hated doing it, and I'm tired of doing it. And I'm not going to do it anymore. It's over. Yeah. So
this is beautiful.
Yeah. Well, as I said, what wasn't ashamed about it is she's a photographer, and she's not a wedding photographer in the sense that she goes and snaps pictures of the family, kind of like the yearbook pictures.
The cake face mashing scene. No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't do that. But she's been to 300 or 400 weddings and never really had one of her own. And so we were stuck with this decision about, well, we would really like to get married, and at the same time, we really can't do the big wedding right now. So that's why we did it. And the reason we didn't talk about it was because I didn't want to take any energy away from the big ceremony, which still is not entirely on the books yet. So that's the explanation.
Well, the thing is, you don't owe anybody an explanation. It's your thing, and it's your decision on how to roll that out. And I'm just so pleased for you both, and the changing has been just positive and remarkable, and all the rest.
Well, this is just a sign of my age, Steve, because as you're talking about this, I'm like, did I already know this?
You already knew.
Okay.
I told you both privately.
Okay.
And for those who are interested, her work is at photomelnikova.com, and we'll put that up as a little, if you don't mind, put that up as a little lower third there so people can get a look at it. It's her work is extraordinary. I'm so proud of her.
Really, really talented lady. All right, thank Scott. You. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. Didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, I just said thank you.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. Scott, how about you? What are you thankful for this year?
I live in a perpetual state of gratitude. When people ask me, how am I doing? I always say better than I deserve and grateful. You know, woke up breathing again this morning, and a lot of people didn't. Boy, were they surprised. So I really,
when you wake up, you'll be dead.
That's right. And one day I'm going to wake up not breathing, and it'll be even better. So, as I was thinking about this, I thought, well, what can I do that just isn't, Bill's already trumped the wife thing, so I can't do that. This may sound strange at first. What I am grateful for is America's salespeople. Now, some of you know that for the last year and a half or so, I have been working full-time. In addition to this, been working full-time selling first computers and now living room furniture at a place called Nebraska Furniture Mart. And I've gotten an up-close look at the engine of capitalism. And the engine of capitalism is a guy or gal who shows up every day ready to go out there and do the most awkward, uncomfortable, scary thing that anybody ever does, which is go up and approach somebody you don't know and initiate a conversation with that person. And then it's even worse because you're not just initiating a conversation, you're initiating a conversation in which you hope that they buy something from you. And of course, people only hate one thing worse than talking to strangers. It's having to talk to sales strangers. And I watch these guys sometimes, the other salespeople on the floor, both men and women, and I marvel at how they manage to refresh their attitudes on almost an hourly basis. They have one crushing defeat and then they come back and they give it everything they've got so that they can make life better for somebody by, improving their standard of living, basically. It is really, we talk about economics in the abstract, and we talk about capitalism in the abstract, but nothing happens until somebody sells something. And I've had the privilege of seeing dozens of salespeople plying their trade, most of them decent, honest, good, hardworking people who I don't know how they do it every day for years, and I've only been doing it for a year and a half, but there are people who've been doing this for 10, 20 years of every day having somebody just grind their face into the carpet and humiliate them and just, go away kind of attitude. And then they turn right around and say, you know what, I'm going to give the best I got for this next person, and hope springs eternal. So I am grateful in this great land and this capitalist system that at the nub of it, it comes down to one man or one woman trying to meet a new person, make their life a little better, and as a consequence, make his or her life a little better as well.
Yeah,
that is so extraordinary and so long overdue. I mean, I've been doing this for 11, 12 years now, and somebody needed to say that. I would like to make this members-only video public, and I know from the quality of our members who are filled with generosity, they won't have any problem with that either. That just needs to be said as widely as possible, Scotty. That was just beautiful.
It really was. It's not all Glengarry Glen Ross. It's mostly good Americans helping other good Americans, and I think we lose sight of that, especially when we're cruising through them all on Black Friday, if anyone still does that.
However, Steve, last month I did win a set of steak knives, but go ahead.
Excellent. You didn't get the Cadillac, but you didn't get fired. So there you go.
Hit the bricks.
I'm not going to trump Bill's happy marriage story because, well, as Scott said, I can't, but I am going to kind of pull up alongside of it, I guess. What I'm thankful for this year, it's 15 years of marriage for Melissa and me now, which is just remarkable. I've never even done anything bad for 15 years, and here I've got this amazing thing that's been going on that long. Yeah.
That defies reason.
It is. And what is the lesson I've learned from this is that the secret to a happy marriage, it isn't the companionship or the sharing of chores or the kids or the sex. I mean, that's all great stuff, and I love it. But it's taking the time to make your partner, even if it's just a little thing, to make your partner feel special every day. Melissa taught me that. It's amazing. Just amazing. Thankful for it every day, and I hope I do the same for her. And I hope we're doing the same for you, our BillWhittle.com members. You keep us on the air, and boy, are we thankful for that. And thanks for indulging us in our Thanksgiving episode once again. So we'll see you next time. Bye.